Lupus is often considered a disease of the young because it typically pounces on our children and youth.
This October, Lupus Foundation of Jamaica will be observing Lupus Awareness Month under the theme Children and Youth with Lupus, Saving Lives Through Knowledge and Support.
Lupus affects thousands of Jamaicans. But what exactly is lupus? Lupus is a serious, lifelong autoimmune condition with an average age of onset of 22 years old and up to 20% of persons being diagnosed as children. But greater awareness in the wider society can promote earlier detection and access to effective treatment, reduce stigma, and encourage greater support for those living with lupus. Join Lupus Foundation of Jamaica for a month of activities and find out how you can help save lives.
Visit lupusfoundationjamaica.com for more details.
Good morning,
Many
everyone.
people don't know that children can have
welcome
lupus.
to
In
our
fact, many don't
Lupus
even know what lupus
Lupus
is.
Awareness
And
Month.
therein lies the problem. Lupus is a serious,
Welcome
lifelong
to
autoimmune
our
condition.
virtual launch of Lupus Awareness Month. And Lupus Awareness Month is October, and this is a time when we spotlight and shed awareness, help to raise awareness about lupus throughout our community. And we're so glad you could join us today. As you've heard, we know that lupus affects many Jamaicans. And in particular, lupus is considered a disease of the young. And so this year, the Lupus Foundation is recognizing Lupus Awareness Month under the theme, Children and Youth with Lupus, Saving Lives Through Knowledge and Support. Thank you for joining us. And we're streaming here on Facebook and YouTube. You may join us now, invite your friends to join us, and also you may come back and watch this again to get the highlights. And I'm pleased, very pleased to be joined today by one of our volunteers. She's Georgia Johnson. Georgia,
Hi,
welcome.
good morning. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Welcome should not be the right word because you're very much an insider here. You're one of our very active volunteers on our communications and social media team. And tell us a little bit, you're also a lupus warrior is the term that we use.
Yes,
so tell us a little bit about, what it's like to be involved right now in this effort, Lupus Awareness Month.
Well, it's very important to me. It's something I hold very near and dear to my heart. Being diagnosed since I was 22 years of age, and joining the foundation, it has become one of the best decisions of my life because I'm a part of a community that kind of shares what I'm going through. And, it's very important to spread awareness of the disease toward the wider public and the society. So that's what we're doing. And with our social media campaigns, we kind of just try to encourage, again, spread awareness, just, yeah, just trying to really spread awareness on the topic.
Yes, so a whole month on lupus awareness, is that too much?
I think it's too little. Many people don't really know about lupus still. So I think a month is kind of just, touching the surface. There's many other things that we can learn about this disease to spread awareness and to help the public know what really lupus is.
And this year, we are putting a spotlight on youth and children with lupus.
Right.
You're a young person with lupus. How important is it that we actually shine attention on the young with lupus?
I think it's extremely important because, again, a lot of persons don't know about the disease, and a lot of persons think that it only affects a specific age group. Lupus affects persons of all ages, all ethnicities, men and male and female, children and youth included. So a lot of the times, if you're a youth or you're a parent or a guardian of a child that may be having symptoms, and you may not even know that it in fact might be lupus. So I think it's very important to spread awareness, especially on youth and children. So, they can learn more about the topic. If they're having symptoms, they would know what to speak to their doctor about. And just for the entire public to have a little bit more empathy towards this disease and persons living with the disease.
Yes, I think you really hit the nail on the head. Personally, for me, I'm a physician who cares for people with lupus. And, we become aware of sometimes the journey there is to diagnosis. You actually shared a little of your story. And as, those of us who are following will be able to see later on, as you follow our social media pages, we'll be sharing stories of young people and their experiences with lupus. And George is going to share her story. So you must stay posted. In other words, you had there was a journey to diagnosis for you. And sometimes that delay in diagnosis can be problematic. So you're saying that it makes a difference when people around you are aware, So we're talking about, who are we talking about?
We're talking about symptoms. Lupus can mimic symptoms of other diseases, so you may not even think that it's that. I had a common cold that took a while to go away, and some migraines. I didn't really think that maybe 6 months to 8 months after I'll be diagnosed with lupus, just from coming off of a common cold that wouldn't go away, or some swollen lymph nodes, or some headaches. So sometimes you have to listen to your body. If you know that there's something going on, do investigations, talk to doctors, learn. You can follow our social media pages, to learn more about the disease, to see if you're experiencing any of these symptoms, and, just check it out, do some wider investigations if you really think that there's something else going on in your body.
Okay, so that's really important. So you're saying that it's not just for the person with lupus who needs to know, but you're saying doctors need to be aware, teachers need to be aware,
your parents, and of children who may be experiencing some symptoms.
Your peers,
your peers, your friends, the loved ones, friends. So, everyone needs to be aware of what lupus is really and what someone with lupus is going through.
So lupus is everybody's business.
Correct.
Lupus is everybody's business, and everybody should know about lupus. So we're so happy that you've been able to join us today and also to participate in this campaign. And we want to share some highlights in a few minutes about the upcoming campaign and with you in terms of what's coming up. But we're actually seeking to launch this in every possible platform. We're talking about the media. We always have media partners, the persons, the television, the radio programs that have our members on, our physician volunteers or patient spokespersons, just sharing so that people can hear and raise awareness. But here, you mentioned, we're also really using that social media space. And I think now more than ever, we are seeing how important that is because the young people do gravitate to that social media space. And you're actually operating a social media campaign. So tell me a little bit about that campaign. Sherry DeRosa, there are a few volunteers that are part of this. And tell us a little bit about what you're doing. What platforms are we on?
So we are on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, and we're also newly on TikTok, for all the younger folks. With, this pandemic going on, everyone is on their phones, everyone is on social media. So we're trying to use these platforms to kind of raise awareness and encourage our lupus warriors. And it's not only just for lupus warriors, it's for the wider society, it's for the wider public to learn more about the disease and what we have going on throughout, Lupus Awareness Month this October. We have a lot of activities planned, so you can always check back our social media pages, just to get a little bit more insight of what we have going on for the month. You can also look at our website at Lupus Foundation of Jamaica. We're at Lupus Foundation of Jamaica on Facebook and Instagram. So if you're interested into just knowing about what we have going on this month, then please do check out our social media pages, like, follow us, share, subscribe, and just spread the word about Lupus Awareness Month.
Thank you so much. And I want you to stay on with me a little bit as we actually share with our viewers a few little slides to show us what's coming up this month.
Okay.
All right, so bear with me while I share my screen. And am I sharing the right screen? This one. Okay. All right. So let's. All right. So first of all, we want to thank our sponsors. We've had some key sponsors who have helped us make this possible. And we want to thank the National Health Fund, the Jamaica National Group, and Burrito Investments, among others, for really coming up behind us and helping us to execute this Lupus Awareness Month event. And we also thank our silver sponsors, Sagicor Foundation, Grace Foods, Ezeram, Auto Channel, Community and Workers of Jamaica Credit Union, and the Gleaner Company for supporting this campaign as well. And so we have quite a bit planned. We just wanted to highlight a few events. And of course, today is one of the first. We're highlighting the launch of Lupus Awareness Month. Today is the launch, and on Sunday, we will be having a church service at St. Margaret's Ligony. And following that, we'll be having our special monthly feature, Ask the Expert Live. And this, for those of you who are not familiar, this is a special monthly program where we'll be celebrating our anniversary, our 1-year anniversary, in which every month we jump online with the experts and we answer all our questions, all our lupus patients, their questions. We'll be having a special edition, Ask the Expert Live Youth Edition. It will be a 1-hour feature and sponsored by Burrito Investments. And of course, one of our newer but very popular events, family-friendly Lupus Awareness Month. It's called Laps for Lupus Awareness. We actually kick off Laps for Lupus Awareness this coming week, actually, because we are starting to do our lapathons. People are starting to register. This is a fundraising campaign that leads right up into fun, family-friendly virtual event. So if you're looking for something to do during the lockdown, this is one. We'll have a virtual workout, health tips, demos, games, sponsored prizes, and we follow up with our virtual lupus symposium, which has been a flagship event for Lupus Foundation with support of National Health Fund. Again, on the theme, children and youth with lupus. So we'll be really engaging our health professionals in understanding the best and the latest of management of lupus among children. And so we know your support is crucial. And we are looking forward to having you on our social media platforms, and we'll be sharing some more highlights very shortly. So let's come back to you, Georgia, for a minute. Let me just stop the share. All right. Good. So now what we're going to show you are a few highlights of what we've been doing at Lupus Foundation. Many of you are wondering, what is the Lupus Foundation and what we are about? And we know Lupus Foundation of Jamaica is a volunteer-run, member-based organization. We've been in existence since 1984. So this makes us 37 years old. And this is because we are dedicated to improving the lives and the outcomes of persons affected by lupus. Our members include persons who live with lupus, like Georgia, and like some of the young warriors that you're about to meet in the upcoming video. And it also includes, persons who just believe in what we do, the persons who make everything happen, our executive board, our volunteers, and our donors. Obviously, none of this would be possible without our donors. And so we here again, thank you in advance for your support. Many of you are planning to support the foundation, the work of the foundation, and what we do. And we operate a help center. We provide free counseling. We operate monthly social media pages or web pages, member benefits, such as pharmacy discount program, medical assistance program. Persons are able to come in, call us, get information, education, and we, of course, promote activities like this one, in which we help to raise awareness and we advocate for the resources and the kind of support that people need to live well with lupus. So I'm going to invite you to view now just a few slides as we share some highlights of Lupus Foundation of Jamaica, and then we'll be back with you to remind you of our upcoming events and how to get in touch with us. Let me see if I've taken my slide share off, because maybe that's preventing. Good. So apparently that was showing on Facebook and YouTube. So once again, we wanted to thank everyone, and in particular, we want to thank our sponsors. Here again are some highlights that we wanted to show you. And let me make sure I open the right one. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I am told that you actually watched that video a while ago with all our upcoming events. So we're going to invite you right now on the platform that you are watching on to make sure that you like and follow our Facebook page if you're watching on Facebook, or follow our YouTube page, and don't forget to click that notification button so that you can be notified of new videos. And remember that we're also followed on on Instagram, Georgia, and Twitter and LinkedIn, for those of you business persons who follow LinkedIn. So stay in touch with us, listen out for us on the airways, donate. You may have seen the slide with the information of how to donate. But whatever information you need, we invite you to visit our website at lupusfoundationjamaica.org, lupusfoundationjamaica.org. And there you'll be able to see our upcoming events. You may soon be able to register for some of our upcoming events, especially Laps for Lupus awareness. Those of you who want to get involved in the Lapathon effort and the fundraising effort, just follow our website and you will get the tools you need, and share away and keep the the effort going. So we really thank you all. As you know, they say, knowledge about lupus really does save lives, and we all can join together to fight lupus. Looking forward. Especially National Health Fund, Burrito Investments Limited, and Jamaica National Group, and all the other sponsors. Thank you so much.